It's interesting comparing the previous manager, Frank Lampard, isn't it, because he deserves a great deal of credit. There wasn't an awful lot broken, but I looked through to see, and I think only if you think of the sort of team that they're playing at the moment, the Rudigers and Azpilicuetas, they didn't feature that much under Frank. I think maybe just one game. He played as much as 7 of the 11 that they're now playing, the 11 that he chooses, and he changed the system. So he takes a great deal of credit there, Tuchel, to going in, seeing what needed to be done, little adjustments, fixed it, put it right, and they've now gone from a team which were struggling a little bit to try and get the best from. It was a difficult jigsaw puzzle, wasn't it, to put together. The talent was there. He recruited the right people. Even the keeper now makes great saves, doesn't he, when he's called upon. But they now look really threatening at the back end and sewn it up at the back. They're aggressive in their defending, aren't they? Mm-hmm. You could imagine it tomorrow in Iheanacho and Vardy. What change are they going to get out of Rudiger, Azpilicueta and Silva? Silva's been brilliant. But Frank brought a lot of these people in. So I still feel he deserves a lot of credit. It's just interesting, maybe that lack of experience, wasn't it, of what to do with all these players all at once. And the new manager's come in and put it right.
I think Chelsea fans would be quick to thank Frank and Tuchel for giving them the opportunity.
Well, he was there till January. He won the group stage of the Champions League, and now they're in the final.
Of course, they lost last time out, the last FA Cup final. You have won the FA Cup, Martin. You've also lost in a final. When you lose it, does it make you crazily focused to get back there and win the thing again?
And maybe that's why they're back there again, and they've got that on their mind, because it would have hurt last year. They went up in the match, didn't they, early on? Pulisic went off, pulled his hamstring. They went down to 10 men, and everything went wrong in that game.
They hit him in behind. Do you remember they hit him in behind a sort of...
But they didn't have Kante that day.
No.
And I think he played in the Europa League the year before when they beat Arsenal 4-1. He is massive in that team, but Ndidi in that midfield, I think that's where the game will be won and lost in that midfield. So it's fascinating for the tactics, because we know that's going to play a major part, Dave, before the game. But Chelsea have got so much talent. Ziyech, Pulisic, Werner with that pace at Wembley. And if I'm a defender, that looks an awful lot of green grass behind me if I'm stood on the halfway line, and I wouldn't want it necessarily. But Fofana's rapid. But against Callum Wilson,
but you can be
they're
quick,
made to look slow.
Yeah, but you can be quick, man. It's your positioning. Look at his positioning, I think.
We have to read the game, don't we?
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. You can have all the pace in the world. Johnny Evans doesn't have the pace, but his positioning and his game understanding is obviously incredible. So I think Fofana's one of those players. He's a good signing. He will get better. But I think I'm like Martin on this. On that huge pitch, Werner running in behind, whether it's Mason Mount in the pocket, Ziyech in the pockets, the longer ball they've got in behind. If Leicester do try and counter, are they going to get up the pitch? There's a lot of space
Leicester will sit
left.
deep. They'll sit deep.
How would you deal with Werner, Martin? If you're defending against him, how would you
We might
feel
see 75% possession tomorrow from Chelsea.
Yeah.
And Leicester.
But if they sit deep, then Chelsea will carve them open, in terms of keeping the ball in and around the box. They've got players who can score from distance.
They've got 2 on the break, though, haven't they? Vardy, Iheanacho.
Do you know what? I think it's going to be a tough game for them. I really
for Leicester?
Yeah.
So what would you do with Werner if you were playing against him, Mr. Keown?
Well, you've got to get to him early. And
get to him early
because he is quite rapid into that channel, and you need people around you, don't you? I mean, Diaz was playing in that semi-final and he showed him up a little bit, and that's the first time I've seen it this season, and that was a joy, because they try to push up the pitch. I think it's where your starting position is a defender. If you think you can win that race, then okay, be high. But if you're coming under a lot of pressure, I think they'll be deep, and Leicester will be deep for most of the game.
Well, I'd love Martin as well to tell me if he played with wing backs, right? Who would pick up the likes of Mount or Ziyech, who play not as wingers, not as strikers, but they play in that little pocket in between centre half and wing back? Because I've seen him numerous times, right? And half the time teams don't know who to take.
It's important, Dave, is the distance between the back line and the midfield line. If that's too big an area, then they can go in and capitalise in that area. That's the Ziyech's and Mounts. That's the key to this. But, they got Tielemans in there who will sit probably a bit deeper, and then Ndidi. And then they've got their own players as well. Will it be Maddison? It could be Maddison. You said it wouldn't be. It might be. And that's agonising for Brendan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because he wants his best team in there, but at the same time, he wants to put his tactics.
You'll have to have legs to cover that pitch. I don't know how fit Maddison is.
You and I would struggle.
It's a big old pitch.
Big pitch.
Jim White and Simon Jordan, Monday to Thursday morning, 10 till 1. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.